Hi, I'm Fred Runner, president of the Friends of Number 9 and the historian of the Mount Tamalpais and Muir Woods Railway. What's Number 9? Let me introduce you. This is the only surviving piece of a very cool thing, the Mount Tamalpais and Muir Woods Railway, a steam-powered railroad that was internationally famous and carried over 1 million people to Mount Tamalpais and then down into Muir Woods. 100 years ago today, engine Number 9 came to town, April 18th, 1921. And since today is the centennial of Number 9's arrival, we want to make some noise. We want to celebrate the centennial because that only comes once in a lifetime. This is a piece of the past that has a story to tell. Engine Number 9 is a 36-ton steam locomotive built in 1921 by the Heisler Locomotive Works in Erie, Pennsylvania. It was designed to climb mountains or to march into a forest. Its unique design, like a modern four-wheel drive truck, in fact is an early all-wheel drive vehicle. It was celebrated as state-of-the-art. Heisler's and other geared locomotives were widely used to conquer nature and scoop out the profits. But Number 9 was built for a different purpose. The Mount Tamalpais and Muir Woods Railway expressly bought her, brand new, to carry thousands of world-traveling tourists, celebrities, politicians, from Mill Valley to the summit of Mount Tamalpais, and then all the way down to the mighty redwoods of Muir Woods. It was 3 of the owners of this railroad that actually worked to save and then create the Muir Woods. Kent became a congressman who brought others from Congress to see Muir Woods and Mount Tamalpais, to show them what an easily accessible and refreshing wilderness could be, and to help sell the idea of a wilderness parks. In 1916, Kent was the co-author of the bill that created the National Park Service. This railroad became an early promoter of environmentalism. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the man smart enough and clever enough to create Sherlock Holmes, rode the railroad in 1923 and wrote, "In all our wanderings, we've never had a more glorious experience." Conan Doyle also said, "The whole mountain has been most reverently and excellently developed by a private company. It could not have been better done, for it has been made accessible and yet tenderly guarded from all vulgarity. One is not allowed to pick so much as a flower in the redwood grove, and one feels all of it should be national park property." It's ironic that this thing of smoke and flame and steam and oil was in part used to promote wilderness preservation. That's quite a legacy. 1924 was a hard year for the Mountain Railroad. It was facing big losses. Selling Number 9, the newest engine, was a sure way to cut those losses. So Number 9 was sold into forest logging, where it worked until the early 1950s. Now tired and obsolete, it looked like Number 9 was heading to the scrapyard. Then Pacific Lumber purchased Number 9. They cleaned it up and restored the engine and put it on display outside their new outdoor museum. Once again, Number 9 was fulfilling its original purpose, to bring joy to tourists. In 2018, Number 9's future was once again uncertain. The Pacific Lumber Company no longer existed, and the town of Scotia was now the one in a financial bind. Once again, Number 9 was put up for sale, but this time in a sealed bid auction. We had 3 weeks to raise the money, to find the right amount, and then submit our bid. We had one chance to get it right. And so, that's how the Friends of Number 9 was born, a band of people who love Mount Tamalpais and what Number 9 stood for. Number 9 had to come home. On March 9th, 2018, we submitted our bid and then waited. 1 week later, a handful of us drove through the rain to Scotia, California to see who won.
So the winner is 56,000.
240.
Mount Tamalpais.
Mount Tamalpais.
Friends of Yay!
And we won. Number 9 was coming home.
It's only taken 25 years.
Winning involved removing all of the equipment from the park, a process that involved cranes and trucks and patience and money. The big move carried Number 9 to a safe place in Sonoma County, where restoration work is now underway. Today we're celebrating the 100-year anniversary of Number 9's arrival in Northern California, its very first home. Part of our restoration work required us to recreate the 1921 whistle, the perfect thing to celebrate a centennial. We were lucky enough to find Chris Rizzoli, a man with 46 years' experience building steam whistles. He started at the age of 8. Chris says the one thing people remember about steam engines is their sound. The sound that they remember most is a steam whistle. Chris was interested in recreating the unique whistle Number 9 had in 1921. What did it sound like? Even with 46 years' experience, it was no ordinary job. Chris disassembled the whistle and found broken and damaged parts inside. He told us the whistle could be dangerous to operate. Using his extensive working knowledge, he re-engineered the parts that were broken. Then he used our best historic photo of the 1921 whistle to rebuild the whistle's sound, creating adjustable parts so that he could tune them for the best possible harmony. The care and craftsmanship he brought to this project is extraordinary. Thank you, Chris Rizzoli, one of the many important friends of Number 9. Steam whistles are one of the most endangered sounds on the American landscape. They don't sound anything like the modern horn on a train. They're usually more musical. They are in a minor key, and they make a sound that has inspired songwriters and musicians for over 100 years. Songs like Peter, Paul, and Mary's 500 Miles and Frank Sinatra's Blues in the Night. Paul Simon wrote a song entitled Everybody Loves the Sound of a Train in a Distance. So do we. A steam whistle is also an essential tool on a locomotive. It speaks to the crew, both on board and nearby. 2 toots means the brakes are off. 3 toots means we're backing up. You get the idea. The steam whistle can also celebrate, a centennial, loudly and proudly. To celebrate the arrival of Number 9 in Mill Valley, David Waterman, a locomotive engineer and steam railroading expert, and a board member of Friends of Number 9 will blow our recreated 1921 steam whistle. It's the very first time this whistle's been heard in public. Let's bring 1921 back to life. Thanks very much for joining us on this very special day for engine Number 9 of the Mount Tamalpais and Muir Woods Railway. As you can see, our restoration work is just beginning. We've removed hundreds of pounds of asbestos, recreated a steam whistle from 100 years ago. We can always use your help. We'd like to invite you to become a friend of Number 9. Your help will always be appreciated. Thank you very much.